This is Angeline Tetteh-Wayoe, and you're listening to CBC Radio 2. Black Lives Matter Toronto has entered its 12th day of a 24/7 sit-in on the front steps of Toronto Police City Headquarters. So this latest demonstration was sparked by the fatal police shooting of Andrew Loku and the SIU refusal to press charges. So I arrived with my almost 2-year-old, and there were just a few demonstrators on site, and the scene was pretty joyful. Lots of sleeping bags, lots of blankets covering the ground and the benches, and at that particular time, the team was warming up their bodies. They were learning some choreography to the sounds of Rihanna and Drake's Work. So me and my son joined in. We were dancing and hoping for change among these folks who've been braving the elements 24/7, rain, snow, double-digit negative temperatures, all of it, standing strong for the Black Lives Matter cause for the past 12 days. This is Work on CBC Radio 2.
Work, 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 work. You send me heavy work, 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 work.
Rihanna and Drake with Work, and thanks to the video, which featured Toronto Caribbean food spot The Real Jerk, business at the restaurant has been booming. And the video, I'm sure it's been seen worldwide, has made the restaurant somewhat of a tourist attraction. This is Angeline Tetteh-Wayoe, CBC Radio 2. So, I recommend adding some solo piano to your de-stress playlist. I prefer mine with a glass of wine and in a hot bath. I've never been lucky enough to have one of those deep soaker tubs. So, this is what I do. Now, if you try this, do so at your own risk, but this is what I do. I take a piece of fabric and I block the overflow valve on my run-of-the-mill bathtub to get the water really deep, just right up there to the edge. You gotta be careful, though. You don't want to flood your house or perhaps the apartment beneath you. So this is Montreal's Jean-Michel Blais with a song from his debut album, Nostros. It's set for release on April 8th. Casa, CBC Radio 2. Jean-Michel Blais, Casa, CBC Radio 2. This is Angeline Tetteh-Wayoe, and when you wake up in the morning and you look at your phone, check your messages, mail, your Twitter feed, and then you're just punched in the face with some really bad news? That's what happened on March 22nd, 2016, when the music community lost one of its hip-hop pioneers, Phife Dawg, of A Tribe Called Quest. Now, he's been struggling with diabetes. He underwent a kidney transplant with the organ donated by his wife, and this was all documented in the film Beats, Rhymes, and Life, The Travels of A Tribe Called Quest. A November 13th performance on Jimmy Fallon would be the last performance that the group would do together, with Phife Dawg passing away at the age of 45. He lived just long enough to celebrate the 25th anniversary of their debut album, People's Instinctive Travels in Passive Rhythm, which has been re-released with bonus tracks. Here is Can I Kick It? CBC Radio 2.
Can I kick it? Yes, you
can. A native of Brooklyn, New York, late Phife Dawg, and A Tribe Called Quest with Can I Kick It? This is CBC Radio 2. Another Brooklyn native now, Charles Bradley. Oh, I love this guy. Charles, a.k.a. Black Velvet. He's a shining example of it's never too late to realize your dreams. Check this out. He dropped his debut album at the age of 63. 63! This man brings the essence and funk of James Brown. He's got these Otis Redding stylings, but he brings it to present-day recordings. Now, if you get a chance, watch the documentary Charles Bradley, Soul of America. It tells a story of this. I think he's a magical man. He spent years as a James Brown tribute artist. He even sewed his own costumes. How can you not love a guy who sewed his own costumes? He just released his 3rd album, and if I ever got a chance to interview Charles Bradley, I would ask him, are you still making your own costumes? The album is called Changes. It's on Daptone Records, and here is the title track, Changes, CBC Radio 2.
I feel unhappy. I feel so sad in my life. It hurts so bad.
Charles Bradley with the title track off his third album, Changes. He's kicking off his latest tour April 1st with only one Canadian date. It's June 5th as part of the Field Trip Music Festival in Toronto. Tickets on sale now, and maybe check WestJet. They may have a seat sale, so you can check it out. It is Angeline Tetteh-Wayoe on CBC Radio 2, and the Juno Awards are out west this weekend in Calgary. And there's one thing I know from living in Calgary for a few years is that they know how to throw a party. So we got The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, and Drake, who have been taking over charts worldwide. They're going head-to-head in multiple categories. Brampton's Alicia Cara, who said that the first ever concert she ever went to was of a prepubescent Justin Bieber. And unlike the other girls in the audience, she didn't want to go up there and touch Justin. She wanted to be Justin. She's up for a Fans' Choice Award and will be opening the Junos on Sunday. Here is Wild Things, CBC Radio 2.
Find table spaces, say your social graces, borrow